Welcome to the part 2 of our journey across the wild Atlantic Way. So we packed up our bags again, we hit the road, and after 4.5 hours we finally arrived into Bantry, and this is the spot where we finished last time. Bantry town is the beginning of Beara Peninsula Drive, and this is where we're starting today. We are not far away from the Dursey Island, and it's absolutely beautiful here. The views are just incredible, and we're so lucky with the weather so far because it's not sunny, but it's not raining. So fingers crossed it will stay like that. So we are at the very tip of Beara Peninsula, and this is where the only Irish cable car takes you to the Dursey Island.
We just arrived in Ballydonegan Beach. It's now 20 to 7 in the evening and the weather is not very good, but we decided to stay here overnight. We're just facing the beach from above. The toilet's just around the corner and I think it's good enough for today.
So because it's raining so bad, we can't really go anywhere for a hike, so we're just staying in our car, and we have a kettle on full of water, nearly boiling. So we're going to make some noodles. Homemade wraps and noodles. What could be better? When it's raining and you're stuck in the car, you drink some tea, you eat some biscuits, and you watch some YouTube. Good morning. So today we woke up and it's actually not raining, which is amazing, and the views are so nice. It's actually really mild as well, which is nice. So we're gonna have some breakfast now. We're gonna make some tea and some rice cakes with peanut butter and homemade granola. This was our favorite for like, I don't know, last 6 months, so we actually take the same breakfast everywhere with us.
morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. Lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah.
So we just arrived into a little village of Iris, and it's just on the way to Canmere, where we are heading at the minute. It's such a cute little village because look at these little houses, and they're so nice and colorful. And this drive up to this little village is just magnificent.
I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk.
So after a quick coffee and few sandwiches, we are heading down the Ring of Beara. And today the weather is as Irish as it can get because it's like raining every 5 minutes and there's a little bit of fog going on. But we still seen some nice scenery just in between the rain. So it's absolutely gorgeous here on this Ring of Beara. And we heard on the news actually that today a huge storm is coming. So loads of rain, very strong winds. So I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. So fingers crossed we'll survive. So we just arrived to Kenmare. So it's actually a finish to the Ring of Beara, and it's a start of Ring of Kerry, so it depends on which direction you are going. We grabbed something to eat in O'Donoghue's pub, some soup and sandwiches. Now all full and warmed up.
We finished Ring of Beara and it was actually so good. It was only 60 kilometers drive, but it took us hours because we had to stop and take our cameras out and record and just enjoy the moment, because you think, this is the nicest spot, and then you drive 10 minutes and you have to stop again because it's another beautiful spot, you know.
From Ballydonegan beach to here it took us 4 hours.
Over 4 hours.
Instead of like an hour. Kenmare is such a busy little village as well, so there's loads of tourists, and even now during the COVID it's still very busy. So next, after we leave Kenmare, we're gonna do Ring of Kerry, and it's also a part of Wild Atlantic Way, and then we'll show you what's along the way. We made it to our second overnight camping spot, and it's near this beautiful beach. The only thing is a huge storm is coming, so the rain is getting really heavy. We're actually glad we found this campsite, which is called Glenbeck Caravan Park, and this is where we're going to stay overnight because it's not very safe to just park anywhere because the wind is gonna be so strong and the rainfall should be mental. So fingers crossed we'll be fine here, and we'll show you around, if it's possible, tomorrow in the morning. Toilet time. Last night, Storm Francis reached Irish shores, so we couldn't do much in the evening, so we just spent our time in the car, just sitting watching YouTube.
It was raining really bad. The sound of the rain hitting the roof was so calming.
So this morning we woke up and the rain is kind of not as heavy, but the wind is very strong. After a beautiful walk this morning on the Glenbeck beach, we packed our toys again and we're continuing on the Wild Atlantic Way. So at the moment we are on the Ring of Kerry road and we are hoping to finish it up today. Island at the minute, driving around, and the views are really nice. So you can reach Valentia Island through this narrow bridge that crosses the sea, and then there's few amazing viewpoints that are really breathtaking. So we just arrived into Dingle, and Dingle is a small port town. Dingle is on the southwest Ireland's Dingle Peninsula, and it's actually a part of Wild Atlantic Way. There is a marina here and a little pier. We had a little walk around the Dingle village. Such a beautiful little town, loads of colorful houses, restaurants, fish and chips takeaways, coffee shops. It has such a nice vibe about it. It's quite a popular destination for many tourists, and nearly everyone who does Wild Atlantic Way stops here. We also got some fish and chips from the local restaurant as well. We got it from the Fish Box restaurant, and the portion was absolutely huge. We got a takeout and we ate in the car. Good morning from Dingle. So this is the first morning that we actually have a nice rain-free morning. The sun came out, so it's very beautiful. So we are so happy we got some sunshine finally. So we just finished our breakfast and we'll be heading towards the Sleehead Drive, and we'll show you around.
Sunshine brings the light. Fill me up with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me up when I'm down, 'cause with you I'm saving some. Let me feel I'm all yours. I just wanna hold you close again.
We just stopped by the Kuminul beach. I'm not sure if that's the way you pronounce it, but it's absolutely stunning. We just don't want to leave here, so we're gonna do a little hike up the hill as well. And the beach itself, it's mental, like the wind and the waves are just incredibly huge, but the actual beach is quite small. There's not that much of the sand, and it's getting very busy here today with tourists. But we were lucky enough to come here early, so we got some nice shots of this place. So there's a hike up that hill there. So we're gonna have some coffee and tea, and we're gonna hike up the hill to see anything nice. We are at the most westerly part in Europe. Can you imagine that? Look how beautiful that is. Four hours later, we're still at the communal beach. It's just so beautiful. We can't leave this place. It's just absolutely spectacular.
Everywhere you look is just beautiful. We went for a hike and we just literally have to stop every few meters just to have a look around and take a few pictures. Amazing.
And we are so lucky with the weather. Today is absolutely beautiful. The sun is out. It's not too hot. It's only 16 degrees, but it's just perfect for hikes and seeing everything around. Good morning from Bana Beach. So this is our probably last morning traveling on the Wild Atlantic Way, and unfortunately this morning is not as beautiful as the last one. It's raining outside, and tonight we spent in a little car park just behind the dunes, and it was nice and quiet. Yeah, so this morning we drove down to another car park just for breakfast so we would have a nice view, and it's absolutely beautiful beach. It is huge. After a lovely morning walk on Bana Beach, we packed our stuff and now we are on the way to Tarbert. So when we reach Tarbert, there is a little pier where ferry will take us to another side of County Kerry. We stopped by the Carrigafoyle castle and it's on the way to Tarbert, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can actually go inside the castle, you can climb up the stairs to the very top of the castle, and the views from here are just incredible.